bearings really interesting. Wanted to share it with everyone. Um, I gave it a quick skim, and I'm hoping that we could have a discussion. I'm kind of curious what you guys' thoughts as well. So, Super Bowl Sunday was already the biggest betting event of the year, but this time the whole country can get in on the action. While the online sports betting is still legal in 18 states, including California and Texas, prediction markets such as Kalshi and Polymarket are available now. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll just say Kalshi. Probably butchering that, but forgive me. Event contracts sold on prediction markets allow consumers to put money on a team and get paid if they win. And the platforms have spent the past year beefing up their offerings to more closely resemble sportsbooks. Prediction markets prediction market traders can bet on event that bettors can, the total number of points scored by both teams, individual player statistics, and even the color Gatorade of the winning coach will be doused in. Oof, forgive my horrible reading. But yeah, these prediction markets are really interesting. I'm familiar with them just on the payment processing side. But yeah, you can pretty much bet on anything. I think a funny story I read, it was a guy, he bet like $50,000 there'd be a streaker, and he went and streaked. I think it was the Super Bowl 3 or 4 years ago. Pretty clever bet. So it's an interesting conundrum because you kind of get people acting up with them when they're making bets on anything. But let's continue reading. If betting on the game itself isn't of interest, prediction markets also offer contracts related to the halftime show, such as what songs will be performed or how many minutes the show will run. Sports books in most states require bettors to be 21 years old, but anyone over the age of 18 can trade on a prediction market. Yeah, that's really interesting. This stands out to me because it's like you can use all these crazy loopholes with how you register, and interestingly, with these businesses that can move money through payment processors, you can register like what's called a merchant category code, which is an MCC. So you're working with like Visa and MasterCard. So you can kind of get around a lot of these laws. And interestingly, you can leverage the bank. You can actually be an ISO of the bank, and you can leverage their payment processing license. So you can be in almost any market. It noted like you can't bet in California and Texas, but I think since you're a prediction market, quote unquote, you can. So, like I'm saying, there's so many loopholes in these. I'm curious what you guys think. If that should be legal, illegal, you're for it, you're against it. Kalshi, however the hell you pronounce that, Polymarket each began taking bets on who would win this year's Super Bowl. Just a few weeks later, after last year's big game, the two platforms have seen a combination of 870 million in trading volume since then. Sports have taken an outsized importance to the business of prediction markets, with roughly 89% of Kalshi's fee revenue coming from sports contracts in 2025. Polymarket has data sharing partnership with Dow Jones, the publishers of Barron's. Of course, the traditional sports books are closing the season with a bang as well. Last year, an estimated 1.39 billion was wagered on the big game. According to the American Game Association, this Sunday a record 1.76 billion is expected, a 27% bump from 2025. Yeah, I don't see this shrinking anytime soon. It's becoming more and more prevalent, as well as like the way DraftKings and all these other platforms sponsor getting kids hooked. I see it growing. All right, let's continue. In the lead up to the Super Bowl, boosters of traditional sports books have been denigrating prediction markets. A recent press release from the American Gaming Association, a legacy gaming industry lobbying group, said prediction markets are confusing consumers by promoting sports betting as an investment rather than entertainment. They're just lobbying against it. They want more of their money. I'm not concerned with what they say. All right, let's continue. But from a betting point of view, they are nearly identical, as Friday afternoon, wagering $100 on the Seattle Seahawks via Kelshi would get you 141 should they win. The same bet of $100 in DraftKings Sportsbook would win $144. The U.S. Sports betting duopoly of FanDuel and DraftKings see the appeal of prediction markets. Both offer their own prediction market apps in the States without legal online sports betting. Yeah, as we called out earlier, you can input these MCCs in the the payment networks and get around a lot of that. There is one place prediction markets won't be able to compete with sportsbooks: the airwaves. The NFL has banned advertisements for prediction markets during the Super Bowl. Front office sports reports putting them on the list of prohibited topics alongside tobacco and pornographic. The league's the league's resistance may not be predominant. NFL Executive Vice President Jeff Miller said in an interview that the front office sports this week that there will be no question the league will spend a lot of time talking about prediction markets in the future months. We're interested, of course, he added, but we're going to be cautious. Yeah, basically he's saying, we're going to allow it in the future because there's just so much money to be made. Like Vegas is already getting into it, and they're backing a lot of these, sports books, betting sites already. But I'm curious what everyone else thinks. Let me know if you find this topic interesting and what you'll be doing for the Super Bowl. Talk to y'all later.